I guess they were hitting shots today. I think the first time second time we played them when we were at home, we made it a little more tougher. I felt like from post players to guards, I felt like we dictated a lot more in that game. This game, um, I felt like we could have like, dictated a little more, like not just guards, like post players, like myself included. Like APP had the triple double today. I felt like me personally, I could have taken that more serious. Not well. Sorry, take that back. So I was taking it serious. Gave a little more of myself for my teammates.
JJ, tough loss, obviously, but you played really well, 18 points, 5 assists. Just what was working so well for you tonight?
I think towards the end, just me getting downhill, and then the three bucks started to fall, so that was good to see. But still took that loss, and we definitely got to come back for that next game better than we did today.
Anyone else in the room?
Yeah. JJ, it seemed Phoenix was, really focused on packing the paint or shrinking forward, whatever you want to call it. Just what did they do well to kind of contain the paint and force turnovers?
Like you said, they kind of congested the paint up. I think we did get a couple kick out threes. We just sadly we couldn't hit them. And I mean it happens. It's a game of basketball. We'll be back.
Chris, you coached AT for years in Connecticut. So what do you know about her tendencies that you try to coach and defend against that she basically, keeps, figuring out a way to get around those defenses that throw at her?
Yeah, I mean, she's good. She's gonna adjust. You just got to keep giving her different looks and credit to their guards. I mean, lots of her assists were off of dribble handoffs, and those are not the easiest of shots, right? Sammy is an incredible player, and for her to be on the move and to come off and hit a ton of shots like that, they were just ready to go. They were ready to go. They were angry, and it showed.
We'll go to the Zoom for player questions. Rob?
Thank you, Rob Tianson from the Podium Finish. For both Myisha and JJ, I know it was a tough game tonight, but what are some of the takeaways that you're carrying forward that can help the team moving in the right direction? And how do you, each of you personally, try to have the mindset and energy to be positive as possible when you regroup with everybody?
I mean, moving forward, we have a Chicago team that we're about to play that we owe a game to. They beat us twice, and we know they're coming out hungry too because they lost a close one last night against Minnesota. So we're both hungry to get this win. And I mean, we have 4 rookies in the starting lineup right now, so you'd rather it happen now than later on in the season, so we can learn from it and just get better. But it's just all around from top to bottom. Felt like we could have been a lot better this game, but it's just a learning experience. Honestly, this is the second game with us 8 playing together. So I mean, learning experience. We have another game coming up. Really good Chicago team, but if we come focus, do the game plan, execute the game plan, offensively play our game, play our style. Don't worry about missed shots. Just continue to keep attacking them. I think sky's the limit for our next game.
I think we definitely need to come out there with that just dog mentality and just come out there and show them like defensively that we're not going back down from anything. I think tonight we kind of let a lot of things go. So moving on to the next games and further games after that, we definitely got to make that stand immediately in the first quarter.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
All right, we'll switch the questions in the room. Coach. Oh, go ahead. When you had so many injuries and you had to start so many rookies, what advice did you give to those rookies before their first game?
Just to be who they are. They've been so good through this all, and you never know when your opportunities are going to come, and they've been really consistent in learning how to become pros and what those habits are like, and to be ready whenever your opportunity comes. And so just continue to give them confidence, and allow them to be themselves, and to just stick together, and lean on each other.
Obviously, Paige gets a lot of the attention, but JJ and Isaiah especially, and the other rookies, just what has their impact been, and can you just kind of elaborate on what they've brought?
Yeah, I like our class. We got a bunch of really good players, and more importantly, we got a bunch of really good people. They're just fantastic in the locker room. They're A+ humans. They're wonderful teammates. They're committed. They want to be better. They want to be great for the team, for the locker room. I think you're seeing with JJ just start getting more and more comfortable as a point guard. The last couple of years at West Virginia played off the ball, so really commanding that point guard spot and finding the balance of when to score and when to facilitate. And her tempo has impacted us in so many positive ways as I is getting more and more comfortable as a scoring punch, and finding her way within our system and changing speeds and getting to her spots. And then, Paige has been great as well, continuing to get more and more comfortable playing on the ball, now off the ball with JJ. And then with Lou, tough little stretch here for her, but she still is going to compete every single possession and just does a lot of little things that don't show up in a box score that really keep us cohesive.
Losing's never fun, but obviously there's some rope that has to be given for the fact that this is a developmental stage for your team at 6 and 14. So how much does that relationship with you and Kurt able to give you that rope compared to a lot of other coaches in this climate where they lose jobs so quickly?
I'll say that, I'm not happy. I've got to be better, and I'm going to be my harshest critic. And Kurt's been fantastic. He's been extremely supportive, and he's challenged me as well, right? So he knows that, and he's there to help me, and I've appreciated that. When you take a step back, this is a veteran Phoenix team that has really good veteran leadership, and they're extremely tough. And I know they were still missing Todd and Satu, but this just solidifies that this is a contender in their house, responding from losing a game on the road. You knew you were going to get best effort. And so it's great for our rookies to live through that, because they didn't know what was coming until it hit them. So now they have that and they've lived through that experience.
Sammy Whitcomb, obviously had an explosive performance. Just what were some of the things in dribble handoffs and just throughout the night that made her such a challenging player to contain?
Yeah, I mean, she's just so good on the move, right? We tried to not allow her to use screens to get her going towards the hoop and not away from it. But she just has such a good change of speed. She's so quick and she's really strong and can throw you off and get separation. And then, I think early we had some slippage and we went under. And then when she sees one go in, the basket just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So credit to Sammy, just stepping up and just played incredible.
What were some things offensively that maybe can be improved from this performance heading into the Chicago game?
Yep. I think some toughness around the rim. I don't think we finished well in the paint around the rim. I thought we missed a bunch. We got our shot blocked a bunch. I just don't think we had a toughness and a physicality around the rim to go finish. So I think that's the biggest thing.
Go to Rob on the Zoom.
Thank you, Rob Tiongson from the Podium Finish. Coach, you shared before how you try not to get too high or too low, given how this league goes. So, after a game like tonight, how important is it to strike that balance between addressing the takeaways with the team and keeping morale steady, given that you have such a young lineup and an evolving roster?
Yeah, I think, you've got to challenge them and make them aware. They already are, right? They're aware that we weren't ready. And we could have, played a little bit harder and responded a little bit better. But so you challenge them, and at the same time, you recognize that this is such a long season and you have short-term memory, and you just continue to take the learning out of it and then continue to pour into them and just continue to give and transfer belief and infuse confidence and know that this group will respond and continue to get better, right? It's such a young group. So we'll take what we can from it, wash this one away and turn around and get to playing hoop again on Wednesday.
Go to Joey.
Yeah, hey coach. It looked like Paige took a hard hit there earlier in the game. Might have hit her head or something. Just wanted to see if she's feeling all right.
Yep. We talked to her here. She's feeling okay.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Safe travel.